Hi, everybody. Tracy Monty Smith with SE Coaching here for another live session. I was really struggling today with what to bring to you, and then I opened my emails and I had an email that I really wanted to go over and kind of break down and share because it really hit home for me. And one of the things about my coaching business and working with my clients is that I really want to keep things real, and I want to really keep things real in my interactions with all of you, and realize that we're going through all of this together and side by side. And this is something that like I said, we're going through it together. So I'm going through a lot of the same things that you guys are going through in working with parenting and being a blended family and bringing those two different lifestyles together into one cohesive unit. It's been kind of a rough week around here last week where there's a lot going on. There's a lot of big decisions that are having to be made. And around that, there's been a lot of discussions about where that's going to lead us and what that's going to look like for our future. So, and in those discussions, I have had to come face to face with some of my own emotions, and I have had to sit with them, and I've had to ruminate on them, and I've had to really look deep and dive deep into who I am and what I am doing and what I'm providing for myself, as well as what I'm providing for my kids and for my husband and for my family, and in a way of support. And so there have been some uncomfortable moments in sitting with that. There's been some really uncomfortable moments in discovering some anger that I had really been trying really hard to pretend wasn't there. And so with that in mind, what I'd really like to do is I want to read through this email that I received today, and then I just kind of want to break it down real quickly. We're not going to be here very long. Do you have to put my glasses on? That would be called getting older. I am on an email list to Tut, a note from the universe. And if you haven't heard of that, I really highly encourage you to go and look that up and get on that email list. So I get an email to my inbox every morning when I wake up. And it's really something that I have found really kind of helps motivate me. And I'm always a little bit amazed at how spot on they are when they're showing up in my email inbox as to kind of what I'm really kind of needing to hear. So I want to share this one with you today. This one's actually a little bit longer one. They're usually not this long. This is Tut, T-U-T, a note from the universe. Every desired change must happen in thought first. This, of course, is the hook to living in time and space. Anyone can think happy thoughts when they're happy, wealthy thoughts when they're wealthy, healthy thoughts when they're healthy. It takes someone highly unusual to imagine things differently than how they see them, differently than how they now see them. Not that it's hard to do, but it can seem so pointless and ineffective that most won't ever bother. You crafted the stage you're on so that you'd be pushed on to discovering your power, with dreams worth pursuing and the passion to care. Ultimately, learning that success comes fastest when you see through life's illusions, to that which gives them rise, your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. This is what you most need to know. There haven't been any accidents. You haven't made any mistakes, and the perfection of everything now happening in the world and in your life will one day boggle your mind. Close your eyes and visualize every single day. So this hit home with me for a number of reasons. I think that the first paragraph stating that every desired change must happen in thought first, and that was huge for me to come to that realization around my own family and some of the things that we're going through, that in order for me to change, in order for me to change my perception, in order for me to change my actions and reactions, I have to look deep inside myself, and I have to be willing to come face to face with it, and I have to be willing to realize what must be done. So those changes, like the first paragraph said, must happen in our thoughts first. And so that really caught my attention and caught my gist of where I have been for the last few days. And then the second paragraph, where anyone can think happy thoughts when they're happy, wealthy thoughts when they're wealthy, healthy thoughts when they're healthy. And, you know, all of that is really true. That's when it's easy. When it's hard is to think those thoughts when you're not happy, or when you're feeling a lack of abundance, or when you are ill, or you're battling some sort of sickness. But those are the times when it's the most crucial to think those happy thoughts, to think those wealthy thoughts, and to think those healthy thoughts. That's the time to really become self-aware and realize that we do have control over those, and then going back to that change in thought first, that has to occur first. The third paragraph stating that the stage that you're on now is been crafted so that we/you will be pushed on to discovering our power, with our dreams worth pursuing, and the passion to care. And that means a lot to me around my coaching, and that passion to care, and that every decision and every step that I've taken has brought me here. It's brought me here to my passion to work with people and to help them through the obstacles in their lives. And like I said at the beginning, we're going through a lot of this together, especially with the co-parenting stuff. So that paragraph, again, really, really spoke to me. That the last paragraph can be kind of controversial, especially I think with all of the stuff that's going on right now, is that especially one particular sentence, and the perfection of everything now happening in the world and in your life. And that's a really tough one sometimes to wrap your mind around, that, you know, everything that's happening is now, it's happening for a reason, and it's happening because this is what was supposed to happen in order to push us out of our comfort zones, to push us into that change that the first paragraph was talking about, that change that has to come in our change of thought first. So it's hard to wrap your mind around that, and it's something that is really deep. But I do really encourage you to sit with that for a little bit, and really think about all the things that are going on in the world, in your life, all the changes that are going on in the world and in your life, and realize that they are put here for a reason. These are challenges that you have come up against for a reason, because of the message, because of the lesson that you're supposed to learn from it, the message that you're supposed to take from that to share in your life, to share in your world, whatever that may look like. So this one got a little long, got a little bit philosophical, a little bit different than some of the other stuff that we've talked about in the past. But this was just something that I really, really felt the need to share with all of you. If you have any questions, or if you have anything that you would like for me to address in these Facebook Lives, please let me know in the comments below. It's really important to me to be talking to you about things that you want to hear about, and that you feel will help you in your journey on life, and your journey as a blended family, or your journey as a parent, or working with a coworker, whatever it may be. Please let me know what path you would like to go down with some of these videos. It also takes some of the pressure off of me of coming up with what I'm going to talk about. So really, we greatly appreciate it. Comments, I love comments. I love shares. Let everybody know what's going on here in beautiful Colorado, and the work that I do with as an equine assisted life and communications coach. Until we talk again, I love you all, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.